What's the key to great Italian food? We're about to find out. Welcome back to Get Connected. I'm your host, Con Jackson. Well, one place other than Italy you should come is New York City. But even better is to have an expert. She's out with her brand new book. She's also a celebrity on all the TV shows. Marianne Esposito joins us now. Welcome.
It's great to be with you, Con.
Well, Marianne, I'm certainly doing great. I've got to ask, though, what was the best part about growing up with two Italian grandmas?
The best part of growing up with two Nonnas from Italy was to be able to remember them in my latest book, Ciao Italia Family Classics. We ate very well.
Well, one thing's for sure, I know all grandmothers are known for their legendary recipes, but how did you narrow all the possibilities you had into this new cookbook?
Well, I had to choose my very favorites, and my mother used to keep a notebook, actually, of some of these recipes, because as you know, for Nonnas, there really were no recipes. They were in their heads. So it was a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and that's how I grew up. And so when I went to write the book, I had to, of course, put it in some sort of a format that the average cook would recognize. So I took their recipes, so to speak, and translated them into what they became as recipes in the book today. And I have some really great comfort foods for you. And before we start, I just want to tell you that I've partnered with legendsfromeurope.com to talk to you today about these recipes.
Well, Marianne, that certainly sounds great, but I'm going to put you on the spot. What was your favorite dish each of your grandmothers made for you?
From my Nonna Galasso, my favorite recipe from her was the casatiello, which she made at Easter time, which is a stuffed bread. It had prosciutto di Parma in it. It had cubes of lard, and it had cheese. And it was done in a loaf with eggs studded in the top. That was one of my favorites. And then from Nonna Saporito, who came from Caltanissetta in Sicily, my favorite were her stuffed cannoli shells.
Not only does that taste good, I can almost smell how good it tastes. Now, let's turn our attention to show and tell. What great items do you have for us today, Chef?
Okay, well, Con, these recipes today come from my book, Ciao Italia Family Classics. And I think probably one of your favorite comfort foods has got to be mac and cheese, is it not?
Correcto, correcto.
Correcto. Okay, there's a new word for us today. Well, we did ours a little differently than you normally see when you make a casserole of macaroni and cheese. And we did ours in a muffin tin, so you would get the exact amount that you should be eating so that pasta does not get a bad rap. So we made our mixture with pasta, and I added a really great cheese to this dish, something called Montasio, which comes from northern Italy. It's a cow's milk cheese, and when it's young, it's very creamy. It's perfect to meld with the sauce. And if you can't find Montasio, and I'm sure you can find it in your Italian deli or online, or there may be grocery stores near you that carry it, you could use some other cheese. But this cheese really made this dish, and so we were able to make 12 individual portions. Doesn't that look great?
Oh, yummy.
I know you're going to be wanting to make that recipe yourself. So that's the first comfort food that I think a lot of people would gravitate to. But then I think another comfort food that a lot of people like is soup and sandwich. Would you agree?
Correcto again.
Okay, correcto. Good. I love that word. So what we did here, this is one of Nonna Galasso's recipes. This is her famous chicken soup. She went to the chicken store to pick out the bird herself. I used to go with her. And we start with a nice plump bird. We add carrots and celery, an onion studded with cloves, some fresh herbs, salt, pepper, lemon. But after it's cooked and ready to be served, we want to put a nice grating of Grana Padano right over the top. And you know what that is, cow's milk cheese from northern Italy. Fabulous. So that's the soup part of our soup and sandwich. You want to know about the sandwich?
No doubt about it, Marianne. You are on a roll.
I'm on a roll. Well, I'm on 2 slices of bread, actually. So what we're doing is we're going to start with another product from northern Italy, prosciutto di San Daniele. Now, this is dry cured ham, and it's cured with salt and thyme, T-I-M-E. So this is done in a time-honored tradition, and I know you can find this in your Italian deli grocery store. So we have our prosciutto di San Daniele, and then we roasted some sweet red peppers and some eggplant. we added some fresh arugula, and then what we did was build our sandwich, or if you want to use a roll, you can do that too. We've built our sandwich with eggplant and the pepper and the arugula, and over the top we have our prosciutto di San Daniele. And then we've got a panini press going, so it's heated up, and we want to brush the bread with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, put it right over the top of the prosciutto di San Daniele, then brush the top of the bread with a little bit more extra virgin olive oil and put it in a panini press. And just press until you have this really beautiful, hearty, delicious, nutritious sandwich. Does that look good?
It certainly looks extra delicious.
It looks extra delicious, and if you didn't have a panini press, you could do this in a skillet on top of your stove. I would put some sort of a press on top of it, like a can of tomatoes or something. Are you still hungry?
All right, Mary Ann, we are ready for the big finale.
Okay, the big finale starts with farro. Farro is a wheat grain. You can find it in your grocery store. It's packed with protein. We cooked it in chicken stock. Then we added diced prosciutto di San Daniele. We added grated grana padano. We added an egg, some fresh minced Italian flat leaf parsley, salt and pepper. We mixed that all together, and then we hollowed out some peppers. You can either use a banana pepper, also called a cubanella pepper, or you can use a bell pepper. And you want to stuff the cavity of the pepper with this mixture. Don't pack it too tight or it'll split. Then once the peppers are filled, you put them in a bake dish, add a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil over the top, another grating of grana padano, cover with foil, in the oven it goes, 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. Later you have got a main course, a luncheon, a side dish, whatever you want to use it for.
Perfecto, Mary Ann. Where can we go to learn more information?
For more information, you can go to legendsfromeurope.com. You can also go to my new book, Ciao Italia, Family Classics.
That's awesome, Mary Ann. Thanks for sharing the recipes with us, some of those great ideas, and more importantly, leaving us with a cookbook we can enjoy for years to come.
Thanks so much, Con.
Awesome. If you want to learn other great recipes, we have them up on our website at contv.com. Check it out. We love getting you connected. Why? Because we love getting you in the know. Thank you so much for watching. Are you tired of negative news? We are.
And that's why we're creating a movement.
By keeping it real.
With what you need to know.
It's more than what's happening.
It's bringing hope back to our lives.
So go to contv.com and join our movement.